Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to week 3 of English 101. This week we are digging into our first essay. We're calling it Project 1. It's the Murder on the Orient Express Compare and Contrast style essay, and we're heading that direction this week. I know you're so excited. You're like, wow, we're in week 3. We haven't written a major essay yet. When's it going to happen? It's happening! We're excited. So take a look at the calendar this week. You should be through page 126 in your books. That's part 2 up through chapter 6, just so that you're all caught up. Today, you can view the PowerPoint on the Lindbergh tragedy. That's located in the modules, and I'll show you that in a minute. It's the basis of the Murder on the Orient Express novel. So Agatha Christie was reading in the newspapers about the Lindbergh tragedy, in which Charles Lindbergh's young son, who was 2 years old, was kidnapped. There were lots of ransom notes, and the child was later found murdered a couple months later. And so there wasn't ever really any true conclusion to the case. Somebody went to trial and was ultimately executed for the crime, but there wasn't a lot of good hard evidence that said that person did it. And there's a lot of theories that there were many other people involved who were never brought to justice. So you can imagine a murder mystery writer reading this story and not having a good conclusion to it. And so she went to fiction to create her own conclusion. And you'll see how those things align in Murder on the Orient Express. So there's a great PowerPoint about the Lindbergh case in the modules for you to kind of give you that contextualization for the book. Then we're going to be reading to the end of part 2. Lots of exciting stuff happening in the book now. So check it out. Read carefully. It's fun. We are going in a good direction with this. And then on Thursday, we are going to be talking about the essay itself. And so in the modules tab, I've got a lot of lecture videos for you about the essay, and I'm going to show you those in a minute. But we're going to be looking at the essay, the prompt, the rubric, and the outline. And then on Friday, you're going to be working on your thesis worksheet, which will help prepare you for drafting the essay. So lots of good stuff coming our way as we go into this. So I just want to click into our class real quick. And show you in the modules where all this stuff is located. So if you're in the modules, we are down in the Project 1 folder. We have all our contextual information. That's where you're going to find the PowerPoint on the Lindbergh tragedy. You can check that out. Of course, very interesting historical basis for this fictional book. Supporting materials, lots of things to help you out. Like I talked about at the beginning of this quarter together, the psychological approach to justice and revenge is a huge article. It's going to be incredibly helpful for writing your compare and contrast essay. So that's linked for you here if you want to get a little ahead. You can read through that. And then the essay, I've got a PowerPoint talking about compare and contrast as a writing genre. We'll be looking at that on Monday, but if you want to get heads up on it, you're more than welcome to read through it now. On Thursday, this is the video. You're going to be watching this recorded lecture, essay prompt, and outline instructions. Please do watch this. It's got all the information you need to be successful in this essay. I'll walk you through it step by step. So make sure to read and listen. Read the prompt, listen to the recorded lecture. This is what's going to help you be successful in this essay. I've got the rubric for you here so that you know exactly how you're going to be graded. And then your thesis worksheet, which you'll be working on Friday. The document is linked for you here. And then I have an outline for you. I go over that outline in great detail in the video. So do make sure to check out that video because I go over the outline. The other thing you're going to find helpful as we get closer to the essay is if you scroll down through here, I have a whole folder on MLA format and grammar stuff. So all of your papers in this class do need to be in MLA style. Here's a sample. Just make yours match it. That's a good way to go. Some citation generators. You will need to cite Murder on the Orient Express and one other source. I would highly recommend using the article I provided for you up in Project 2 in the supporting materials. But of course, it is up to you. I would highly recommend you do the psychological approach to justice and revenge. We'll talk more about that in the video and more about that next week, though. So lots of good stuff coming our way. You're going to be reading through almost the rest of the book. There's still a little bit left, but we want to get to the end of part 2, end of the novel by Friday. We're going to be learning about the essay and working on the thesis worksheet. So that's where we're going. That's where we're headed. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help. Have a great week, guys. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.